When I wake up and I realize like I'm still in the army, I think to myself like, girl, you have gotten what you came in to get. Why are you still here? And the truth is that this video, I will be teaching you 3 ways to make the army, the military, or your career work for you. Now, this video does not apply to entrepreneurs, y'all. If you're an entrepreneur and you're like building up your own thing, kudos to you. You got this. Next video. When I joined the army 6 years ago, I did not think I would still be in the army after my first contract. And honestly, when I saw people in the army back then and I asked them why they joined, and they're like, oh, I just joined to make a difference, I was always like, what is going on? The reason why I always thought like that was because I joined the army to get that pathway to my citizenship and for education, which is a very valid and good reason to join the army, by the way. But look at me now, 6 years in, I'm still here. How am I still here? It's funny because over time, I began to see myself basically changing into the same group of people that I used to ask, why are you here in the army? And they're like, just to make a difference, to serve my country. Deep down inside of me, I actually absolutely love being in the army. And not because it stresses me, not because it's early mornings. Sometimes I don't enjoy that part of it. However, just being a part of an organization that I feel like the army would always make a difference in the world. A little side note, if I mention army in this video, it's because I am in the army. However, the military does not comprise of only the army. We have different branches in the military, okay? When I wake up and I realize like I'm still in the army, I think to myself like, girl, you have gotten what you came in to get. Why are you still here? And the truth is that I actually enjoy being in the army, which is surprising, especially for someone like me. Like before I joined the army, I didn't do any sports. I never ran or doing any of the athletic stuff. So why am I still here? The truth of the matter is that being in the army is just like being in a very great organization. Like the goals, the vision of the army, of course they change, but like it's one thing, like they're laser focused. And just being a part of that gives me like a greater sense of achievement. A lot of people will look at me and say, you're definitely doing 20 years in the army. And to that, I continue to say, no, I am doing 1 year after the order, 1 contract after the order in the army. And should a reason arise that I have to leave the army, I will, but it will be on my own terms. For now, I'm enjoying my time in the army. It is super stressful. Like it deprives me of a lot of like things, but it also gives me so much more. So why not? We're having a good time right now. So how to make your time in the military work for you? Number 1, be all that you can be. There is this picture that we always see of this man like, stretching for his arm or pointing and saying stuff like, be all that you can be. That is literally being in the military. Be all that you can be. When I say be all that you can be, what am I even talking about? What I mean is be hungry for growth. Most of the time when we come into the military, you pick one job and you want to stay in that job forever. Now, that is totally fine. However, when the opportunity presents itself, if you can try out different roles within the military, that will give you a very well-rounded experience within the military. So be all that you can be. Try to grow, like aim for growth. Try out new opportunities and network with the right people. This will help you to be all that you can be in the military and in your career. I cannot stress the importance of networking with the right people. Like there are certain things that I got in my military career that I got just from knowing someone. And what do I mean by that? Hey, how do I apply for this role? How do I get this packet in? How do I do this? How do I do that? Network with people, ask questions. If you feel like, oh, I know most of the answers, I don't need to ask questions, you're already failing yourself because there's no way you can know it all. There's a reason why in the military, they call them like, SMEs. Subject matter experts. And this will also apply to your own career. So when you start a job somewhere and you feel like, oh, I'm pretty good at my job, I know exactly what I'm doing, wrong. Make sure you still connect with people and ask questions because that's the only way you would know of other opportunities coming up and you can get connected to those opportunities. So make sure you're asking the right questions and connecting with the right people. And of course, there's a reason why I said the right people. Number 2 reason, when opportunity comes up, don't get scared and chicken out. Most of the time, like in the military, you see that some of the trainings that they'll be sending you to will be like super like tasking. Like when I was in OCS, I had to run 4 miles. Now, coming from someone who was not a runner, I know there's some people that are just gifted that way. Like they run for days. I'm not talking about people like this. These people are already gifted. I'm talking an average Joe that doesn't like running, like me. When I heard that I had to do a 4-mile run at OCS and timed for my run, that just made me so scared. But guess what I had to do? I was out there training every week before I even went to OCS. So when the opportunity comes knocking on your door, make sure that you don't chicken out. Face it head on. What exactly do I need to succeed in this next phase that I'm trying to get into? Also, make sure you put in all the work and do not half-ass it. I know, do not half-ass it, man. There's so many times that I see people like they show up in places and they're so unprepared. Like that is wrong. It is not just wrong, like it is rude to your process. Like why would you show up unprepared? It is different when the opportunity falls in your lap and you have to learn as you go. But I'm talking about when you know, like, okay, I want to go for this role, I want to go for this job, but then you just don't prepare. And when it finally happens, you're like, oh, what do I do? No, make sure that you're prepping yourself for the opportunity that you want in the future. Start now, because I'm going to tell you, now is the best time to start. If not, once it comes, you're going to be like so stressed and people will see it. And people feed off of the energy that you give. So you want to make sure that you put in the work for the opportunity that you're getting into. The third point is leave the military on a good note, your way. The reason why I say this is because no matter the career you're in, or no matter like, in the military you love to be in so much, you cannot be there forever. If you want to do 20, 30 years, or you're just doing 4 years, understand that you would not be in this place forever. So while you're in, make sure you're strategizing about your exit plan. I'm not saying, for example, you have 6 years contract, like you're just in year 1 and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna leave. No, you're not. Because guess what? They got you for 6 years. You're not leaving anywhere. But I'm saying make conscious efforts, and whatever you're doing within that 6 years, make sure it is putting you in the right direction so that when you leave the army, you're not strapped, like you're not stuck. Like you feel like, okay, I gave it my best and now I have everything that I need. So leave the military on a good note, your way. One thing I do want to touch on that part is that there is life outside the Army, the Air Force, the Navy. There is life outside the Marines. Like, so if you feel like, oh, I'm in the military, I don't know, like I don't want to get out because I don't know what's going to happen outside, I promise you there's life outside. And you'll probably be like, girl, how do you know? You've been in the military for 6 years. Yes, but I have a civilian partner. So it's always good when you have someone that balances you out. Like you see how they're living their life, you see the things going on, you keep up with the news, like, girl, there is life outside military. And not just that, there are success stories around you. If you're in a place where you feel scared, like, I don't know what's going to happen when I leave, I promise you, reach out to someone, try to find someone within your community that has gotten out before and are succeeding, because there's so many people out there that left the military and they're doing so well. So do not feel like you have to be in the military out of fear. No. Do yourself a favor and set up yourself in the right way so when you leave the military, you're good. Like you're good to go. Like you're Gucci. You feel me? A final thing to note on the leaving the military on a good note is your health is wealth. Y'all, I'm telling you, this was one of the mistakes that I made in the early years of my career, because when I came into the military, I understood that I haven't been, I wasn't like athletic. I wasn't running. I didn't play any sports, if you can believe it. Like, I think back and I'm like, I didn't play any sports, but for real, I didn't play any sports. So coming into the military, I wanted to prove so hard that I belonged here. I wanted to prove so hard that I was strong enough. I wanted to prove so hard that I should be given a chance, that I could do all the things that these people are doing. Meanwhile, I wasn't paying attention to my health. I had several stress fractures. I had a back injury at some point. I had knee injury. It took me a while to finally get myself back. And I had to promise myself, I said, my health comes first. And it is surprising, like ever since I started actually taking care of my health, The quality that I give to the army even went higher. There is a reason why you should take care of your health. Do not just put everything on the back burner and be like, oh, I'm feeling this pain, I'm going to put it on the back burner because there's a mission ahead of you. No, stop and take care of yourself, because at the end of the day, when it's time for you to actually leave the military, you want to make sure that you've done the best for yourself, for your health, because when you don't want to be the person who leaves the military and then everything is wrong and there's no way for them to even know you don't get paid for disability because nothing was recorded. Make sure you take care of your health while in the army. Like, it's a process. Don't just wait till the last minute. Right now, like, I know my limits. I know certain things that I cannot do. However, I still push myself within a reasonable limit. And what do I mean by that? Taking the time to stretch, taking the time to watch out for certain things, listening to my body. There is no way you survive in the army for so long and live a good quality of life after the army or the military if you do not take care of your health. So yes, I'm going to stop on that note, but I hope these 3 tips has helped you. Remember, our 3 tips are: 1, be hungry for growth. Number 2, when opportunities come, don't get scared and chicken out. Number 3, leave the army your way and on your timeline. Y'all, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.